Once upon a time. I reach a far-off kingdom. More than anything, the young maid, more than one saddle lad, more than jewels, a childless baby.
More than life,
I wish his wife,
more than anything,
more than the moon. I wish a king is giving a festival.
More than life,
I wish to go to the festival.
More than riches.
And the
I
bull.
wish my cow would give us some milk.
More than anything.
I wish we had joy.
I want a child. I wish to go to the festival. I wish we might have a child. I wish.
You wish to go to the
The
festival.
poor girl's mother had died.
You Cinderella.
The festival. You wish to go to the festival. The festival. The king's festival. And her father had taken home his new wife.
Festival.
A woman with 2 daughters of her own.
Look at your nails.
Look at your dress.
People would laugh at you.
Nevertheless, she still wished to go to the festival and dance before the prince. All 3 were beautiful of face, but vile and black of heart. Jack, on the other hand, had no father, and his mother. I wish, well, she was not quite beautiful. I wish my son were not a fool. I wish my house was not a mess. I wish the cow was full of milk. I wish the walls were full of gold. I wish a lot of things. You foolish child, what in heaven's name are you doing with a cow inside the house?
A warm environment might be just what Milky White needs to produce his milk.
It is a she. How many times must I tell you only she's can give milk? What do you mean, little girl? I wish it's not for me, it's for my granny in the woods. A loaf of bread, please, to bring my poor old hungry granny in the woods. Just a loaf of bread, please. Cinderella's stepmother had a surprise for her.
I have emptied a pot of the lentils into the ashes for you. If you have picked them out again in 2 hours' time, you shall go to the ball with us.
And perhaps a sticky bun or four. Birds in the sky, birds in the eaves and the leaves in the fields, in the castles and ponds. And a few of those pies, please. Down from the eaves and the leaves, over fields, down to castles and ponds.
Those please now.
Swiftly sift through the ashes into the pot. Listen well, son, Milky White must be taken to market.
But mother, no. He's the best cow.
But she has been tried for a week. We've no food nor money, and no choice but to sell her while she can still command a price.
But Milky White is my best friend in the whole world.
But look at her. There are bugs on her ducks. There are flies in her eyes. There's a lump on her rug, big enough to be a hug.
But
son, we've no time to sit and dither, while her withers wither with her, and no one keeps a cow for a friend. Sometimes I fear you're touched. Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to go. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am. Into the woods to grandmother's house. Into the woods to grandmother's house. You're certain of your way? The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. I sort of hate to ask it, but do you have a basket?
Don't stray, be late.
And save some of these sweets for your friend. Into the woods and down the path is straight, I know it well. Into the woods and
Fly, birds, back to the sky, back to the eaves and the leaves over fields, and hurry up and do my hair, Cinderella. Are you really wearing that?
Here I found a little tear, Cinderella. Can't you hide with a hat?
You look beautiful. I
She
know.
means me.
Put it in a twist.
Who will be
Father
there?
said be good, father said be nice. That was always their advice. So be nice, Cinderella. Go, Cinderella. Nice, good, good, nice. Try her. What's the good of being good if everyone is blind and you're always left behind? Never mind, Cinderella. Kind Cinderella. Nice, good, nice, kind, good. Ah! Not that tight. Sorry, Claude. Because the baker lost his mother and father in a baking accident, well, that's what he believed, he was eager to have a family of his own and was concerned that all efforts until now had failed.
Who might that be?
We have sold our last loaf of bread.
It's the witch from next door.
We
have no bread.
Of course, you have no bread.
Then what do you wish?
It's not what I wish, it's what you wish. Nothing lurking in there now, is there?
The old enchantress wanted to tell the couple she had placed a spell on their house.
What spell?
In the past, when you were no more than a babe, your father brought his young wife and you to this cottage. They were a handsome couple, but not handsome neighbors. You see, your mother was with child, and she had developed an unusual appetite. She took one look at my beautiful garden, and she told your father that what she wanted more than anything in the world was greens, and nothing but greens. Parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery, asparagus, and buttercreams, and bitterbards, and lettuce. He said, all right, but it wasn't quite, because I caught him in the autumn in my garden one night. He was robbing me, raping me, eating my rutabaga, raining my arugula, and ripping up the rug in my tent. I should have let us spell him right there. I could have turned him into a stone, or a doll, or a chair, but I let him have the raspberry. I must just spell it. In return, however, as fair as fair, you can let me have the baby that your wife will bear. And we'll call it square.
I had a brother?
No! But you had a sister.
But the witch refused to tell him any more of her sister, not even that her name was Rapunzel. She went on.
I thought I had been more than reasonable, and that we all might live happily ever after. But how was I to know that your father had also hid it in his pocket? You see, when I had inherited that garden, my mother had warned me I would be punished if I were to ever lose any of the beans.
Beans?
The special beans! I let him go. I didn't know who'd stolen my beans. I was watching him crawl back. Oh, wow, my back! Crashed in the lightning back. Well, that's another story. Never mind. Anyway, and that's the big day came. I made my play. Oh, to take away the babe, and I shrieked and screeched. Frantic, and I hit her where she'll never be reached. Your father cried, and your mother died. For extra measure, I claim it was a pleasure. As he started, I'm still not mollified, and I laid a little spell on you. That your family tree would always be a barren So there's no more fuss and there's no more scenes in my garden thrives. You should see my nectarines, but I'm telling you the same I tell kings and queens. Don't ever mess around with my brains, especially the beans.
Silly Jack, leave Milky White to market and fetch the best price that you can. Take no less than £5. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Now how much would you ask?
No more than 5.
Less than
Than
5. Jack, 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 hang on a sec. The house is getting colder. This is not a time for dreaming. Chimney stack starting to crack. Though my Jack.
A penny?
Meanwhile, the witch, for purposes of her own, explained how the baker might lift the spell.
You wish to have the curse reversed? I'll need a certain potion first. Go to the wood and bring me back 1, the cow as white as milk. 2, the cape as red as blood. 3, the hair as yellow as corn. 4, the slipper as pure as gold. Bring me these before the chime of midnight, in 3 days' time, and you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect as child can be. Go to the wall.
Ladies! Our carriage waits.
Now we go to the festival.
The festival! Drawing those nails, drawing those clothes, lentils are one thing, but drawing with those, you make us the fools of the festival, and mortify the prince.
The carriage is waiting.
We must be gone.
Good night, Father.
Oh,
I wish.
but I found in Father's hunting jacket.
6 beans!
I wonder if they're the...
The witch's beans! We'll take them with us.
No, you are not coming.
I know you are fearful of the woods at night.
The spell is on my house. Only I can lift the spell. The spell is on my
on
house.
our house. We must lift the spell together.
No, you are not to come, and that is final. Now, what am I to return with?
You don't remember? The cow is white as milk, the cape as red as blood, the hair as yellow as corn, the slipper as pure as
The
gold.
cow is white as milk, the cape is red as blood, the hair is yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
Cinderella.
I still wish to go to the
The
festival.
cow is white as milk, the
But
cape
how
is
am I
red
ever
as
to get
blood,
to
the
the
hair is
festival?
yellow
I
as
know
corn.
we'll visit
The
one
what's
as great as the brave as
the
the
slipper
beautiful
is
tree.
pure as
The
gold, the
children
cow,
want
the
to go
cape,
to
the
the
slipper is
king's
pure as
festival.
gold. Into the woods it's time to go, it may be all in vain, I know. Into the woods, but even so I have to take the journey. Into the woods, the path is straight, I know it well, but who can tell? Into the woods to lift the spell.
Into the woods to visit mother.
Into the woods to fetch the things.
To make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
Into the woods without regret, the choice is made, the task is set. Into the woods but not forgetting why I'm on the journey. Into the woods to get my wish, I don't care how, the time is now.
Into the woods to sell the cow.
Into the woods to get the money.
Into the woods to lift the
To
spell.
make the
To
potion.
go to the festival.
Into the woods to Grandmother's house. Into the woods to Grandmother's house.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should. The woods are just trees, the trees are just wood. No need to be afraid, there's something in the glade there. Into the woods without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey. Into the woods to get the thing that makes it worth the journey. Into the woods to see the kids, how and how to make the potion. To see, to sell, to get, to bring, to make, to live, to go to the festival. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. And all before dark.
Cinderella had planted a branch at the grave of her mother, and she visited there so often and wept so much that her tears had watered it until it had become a handsome tree.
I've been good and I've been kind, Mother, doing only what I learned from you. Why then am I left behind? Mother, is there something more that I should do? What is wrong with me, Mother? Something must be wrong. I wish.
What, child? Specify. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor, and good fortune, like that, can befall when least expected.
I wish. Do you know what you wish? Are you certain what you wish is what you want? If you know what you want, then make a wish. Ask the tree. to get my wits.
Quiet. Silence everywhere, Milky White. Not to my liking.
Hello, Jack.
How did you know my name?
When at first I appeared, I seemed mysterious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious.
Say that again.
On your way to the market, you might have been there long ago. Are you taking your time, Jack?
No, sir.
And is that the truth?
Well, you see, I'm resting now because I...
And how much are you asking for the animal?
No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds! Oh, Jack. Why such a sum?
Well, my mother, she told
Your
me that...
mother? A boy your age? Why, you would be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
I never thought about it that way, but, hello? Come along, Milky White. There are spirits here.
Good day! Young lady.
Good day, Mr. Wolf.
Now, whither away so hurriedly?
To my grandmother's.
And what might be in your basket?
Bread and wine. So grandmother will have something good to make her strong.
Oh, and where might your grandmother live?
A good quarter of a league further in the woods. Her house stands under 3 large oak trees.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. Tender and fresh, not one lump. Hello, little girl. This one's especially lush, delicious. Oh. Hello, little girl, what's your rush? You're missing all the flowers. The sun won't set for hours. Take your time. What's so, little girl? Hark and hush. The birds are singing sweetly. You'll miss the birds completely. You're traveling so fleetly. Grandmother first, then Miss Plump. What a delectable couple. Heart of perfection, one great, one supple. One moment, my dear. But so, little girl, any calf, so many worth exploring. Just one could be so boring. And look what you're ignoring. Think of those crisp, aging foams, then something fresh on the palate. Think of that scrumptious carnality twice in one day. There's no possible way to describe what you feel when you're talking to your man.
Mother said not to stray, still I suppose a small delay. Bring my wife a fresh bouquet. Goodbye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, little girl. And hello. Ah! Is harm to come to that girl in the red cape?
Forget the little girl and get the cape.
You frightened me.
That's the cape. Get it? Get it? Get it?
How
Get
do I get it?
it? You go up to the little thing. And you take
I can't just take a cape from a little girl. Why don't you do it?
If I could, I would.
My Rapunzel, listen to her beautiful music.
Get me what I need.
Give me what I need!
This is ridiculous. I'll never get that red cape. Or golden cow, the yellow slipper. Or was it a yellow cow and a golden slipper? Oh no.
A cow as white as milk, the cape as red as blood, the hair as yellow as corn, the slipper as
What
pure
are you
as
doing
gold.
here?
You forgot your scarf.
You have no business being alone in the woods. You have no idea of the things that are going on here. Now please, go home.
I wish to help.
Spell is on my house.
Our house.
Only I can lift the spell. The spell
We
is on
must
my
lift the
house.
spell together.
The spell is on
A cow as white as...
milk. Hello there, young man.
Hello, sir.
And what might you be doing with a cow in the middle of the woods?
Well, I was on my way to the market, but I seem to have lost my way.
And,
And what are you planning to do
yes,
there?
and what are you planning to do there?
Sell my cow, sir. No less than 5 pounds.
5 pounds. Where am I supposed to get 5 pounds?
She must be generous of milk to fetch 5 pounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't fetch that sum, then what are you to do?
Oh. Well, I hadn't thought of that. I suppose my mother and I would have no food to eat.
This is the sum total.
Beans? We mustn't give up any of our beans. Well, if you feel we must.
What?
Beans will bring you food some.
Beans? In exchange for my cow?
Oh, these are no ordinary beans. These beans carry magic.
Magic? What kind of magic?
Tell him.
Well, magic that defies description.
My mother would.
You'd be lucky to exchange her for a sack of beans.
How many beans?
6.
5. We mustn't part with all of them. We must keep one for ourselves. Besides, each bean commands a pound each, at least.
Could I buy my cow back someday?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Possibly.
I guess this is goodbye, old pal. You've been a perfect friend. I hate to see us part, old pal. Someday I'll buy you back. I'll see you soon again. I hope that when I do, it won't be on a plate.
Take the cow and go home.
I was trying to be helpful.
Magic beans? We have no reason to believe they are magic. Are we to dispel this curse through deceit?
No one would have given him more for this creature. We did him a favor. At least now his family will have some food.
5 beans.
If you know what you want, then you go and you find it and you get it.
Home.
Do we want a child or not? And you give and you take and you bid and you bargain or you live to regret it.
Would you please go home?
There are rights and wrongs and in-betweens. No one waits when fortune intervenes. And maybe they're really magic. Who knows? Why you do what you do, that's the point. All the rest of it is chatter.
Look at her, she's
If the
crying.
thing you do is pure and intent and it's meant and it's just a little bent, does it matter?
Yes.
No, what matters is that everyone tells tiny lies. What's important really is the size
What?
Only 3 more tries and we'll have our prize. When the end's in sight, you'll realize if the end is right, it justifies the beat.
Mr. Cow can go home. I will carry this out in my own fashion.
And so the baker continued his search for the cape as red as blood. As for Rapunzel, which was careful not to lose this beauty to the outside world, and so shut her within a doorless tower that lay deep within the forest. And when the old enchantress paid a visit, she called forth.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair to me. Oh, sorry.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel. What a strange name. Strange, but beautiful, and fit for a prince. Tomorrow, before that horrible witch arrives, I will stand before her window and ask her to let down her hair to me.
Hello there, little one.
Hello.
I hope you've saved some of those sweets for Granny.
I ate all the sweets and half the loaf of bread.
Where did you get such a beautiful red cape?
My granny made it for me.
Oh, really? I would love a cape like this for myself.
You look pretty foolish.
Do you mind if I just take a look
Wait,
at it?
I don't like to be without my cape. Give it back.
I need it badly.
Give it back, please.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that you really liked it. Now you get on to Granny's and make sure no wolf comes your way.
I'd rather a wolf than you any day.
Ow! If you know what you need, then you go and you find it and you take it. Do I want a child or not? It's a cloak. What's a cloak? It's a joke. It's a stupid little cloak. And a cloak is what you make it. So you take it. Things are only what you need them for. What's important is who needs them more.
And so, with newfound determination, the baker went after the red cape. As for the little girl, she was surprised to see her grandmother's cottage door standing open.
Dear, how uneasy I feel. Perhaps it's from all the sweets. Good day, grandmother. My grandmother? You're looking awfully strange. What big ears you have.
No, the better to hear you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what big eyes you have.
Oh, the better to see you with, my dear.
But grandmother, what large hands you have.
Oh, the better to hug you with, my dear.
Oh, grandmother, what a terrible big wet mouth you have.
No better to eat you with!
And scarcely had the wolf said this, than within a single bound, he was devouring the little girl. Well, it was a full day of eating for both, and with his appetite appeased, the wolf took to bed for a nice long nap.
That grandmother has a mighty snore. Odd. Where's the little one? Eating, no doubt. Or eaten. Grandmother! Ha! What is that in the corner of your mouth? It's a piece of the red cape. I shall get it from your stomach. Ah!
Oh my! What a fright! Oh, how dark and
and cut its evil head off. Let's see the demon sliced into a dozen bits. Better yet, let the animal die painful, agonizing, hideous death! Granny, be quiet, child. This evil must be destroyed.
Well, I'll leave you to your task.
Don't you want the skins?
No, you keep them.
What kind of apprentice are you?
I'm a baker.
Mother said, straight ahead, not to delay or be misled. I should have heeded her advice, but he seemed so nice. And he showed me things, many beautiful things that I hadn't thought to explore. They were off my path, so I never had dared. I had been so careful, I never had cared. And he made me feel excited, well, excited and scared. When he said, come in, with that sickening grin, how could I know what was in store? Once his teeth were bared, though I really got scared, well, excited and scared. But he drew me close, and he swallowed me down a dark, slimy path, where lie secrets that I never want to know. And when everything familiar seemed to disappear forever, at the end of the path was Granny once again. So we waited in the dark until someone set us free. We're brought into the light, and we're back at the start. And I know things now, many valuable things that I hadn't known before. Do not put your faith in a cape and a hood. They will not protect you the way that they should. And take extra care with strangers, even flowers have their dangers. And though scary is exciting, nice is different than good. Now I know, don't be scared, Granny is right, just be prepared. Isn't it nice to know a lot? And a little bit not. You saved your lives. Here.
Are you certain?
Yes. Maybe my grandmother will make me a new one of the skins of that wolf.
Thank you.
And so the baker, feeling braver and more satisfied than he had ever felt, ran back through the woods. As for the lad Jack,
Only adults would exchange a cow for some magic beans.
Mother, no! 1, 2, 3. Ow!
To bed without
Ow!
little did they know that those beans would grow into an enormous stalk that would stretch to the heavens.
Are you all right, miss? Yes, I just need to catch my breath. What a beautiful gown you're wearing. Were you at the King's Festival? Yes. And what are you doing in the woods at this hour?
Have you seen a beautiful young woman in a ball gown pass through?
I don't think so, sir.
I think I see her over there. Onward!
I've never lied to royalty before. I've never anything to royalty before. Thank you. If a prince were looking for me, I certainly wouldn't hide. Well, what are you doing here? And with a cow? My husband's somewhere in the woods. He's undoing a spell. Oh, now the prince. What was he like? He's a very nice prince. And it's a very nice ball. And when I entered, they trumpeted. No, the prince. Oh, the prince. Yes, the prince. Well, he's tall. Is that all? Did you
dance? Is he charming? They say that he's charming.
We did nothing but dance.
Yes.
And it made a nice change.
No, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
He has charm for a prince, I guess.
Guess?
I don't mean to wide range, and it's all very strange.
Are you to return to the festival tomorrow, Edith?
Perhaps.
Perhaps, oh, to be pursued by a prince. All that pursues me is tomorrow's bread. What I wouldn't give to be in your shoes.
Will you look over there? An enormous vine growing next to that little cottage.
I mean slippers.
It looks like a giant beanstalk rising into the sky.
That door is gone.
I must get home.
Wait, come back. I need your shoes. Please come back. Wait, come back, please. Milky White.
Want midnight gone?
No knot unties itself.
Sometimes the things you most wish for are not to be touched.
The harder to get, the better to have. Agreed.
Agreed.
You never wear mom at a ball.
Or pink. Or open your mouth.
The difference between a cow and a bean is a bean can begin an adventure.
Slotted spoons don't hold much soup.
Give us a club back.
The prettier the flower, the farther from the path.
The closer the family, the closer the wine.
Let midnight go!
The mouth of the wolf at the end of the world.
Servant is not just a dog to a prince.
Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor.
You may know what you need, but to get what you want, better see that you keep what you have.
Want midnight gone?
Sometimes the things you
The
most
harder
wish
to
for
get, the better to have.
To get what you want, better have.
One minute gone, 1 minute gone, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, and out of the woods and home before.
There are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible giants in the sky. When you're way up high and you look below at the world you left and the things you know, little more than a glance is enough to show you just how small you are. When you're way up high and you're on your own in a world like none that you've ever known, the sky is lead and the earth is stone, you're free to do whatever pleases you, exploring things you'd never dare cause you don't care when suddenly there's a big, tall, terrible giant at the door. A big, tall, terrible lady giant sweeping the floor. And she gives you food and she gives you rest. And she draws you close to her giant breast. And you know things now that you never knew before. Not till the sky. Only just when you've made a friend and all, and you know she's big, but you don't feel small. Someone bigger than her comes along the hall to swallow you for lunch. And your heart is lead and your stomach's stone, and you're really scared being all alone. And it's then that you long for the things you've known, the world you've left, and the little you own. The fun is done, you steal what you can and run. And you scramble down and you look below, and the world you know begins to grow. The roof, the house, and your mother at the door. The roof, the house, and the world you never thought to explore. And you think of all of the things you've seen, and you wish that you could live in between. And you're back again, only different than before. After the sky, there are giants in the sky. There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky. Look what I have. Here's 5 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces?
I had more, but my mother made me surrender them. She allowed me these 5 goods at least.
Oh my.
Where is Milky White?
Milky White is back with my wife.
Well, let's go find them!
Wait! I don't know that I wish to sell.
But you said I would be able to buy her back!
I know. I'm just not certain that 5 gold pieces would...
Are you saying that you wish more money?
Well, more money is always...
Keep this. I will go fetch more.
5 gold pieces. With this much money, I could buy baking supplies for a year. I could buy a new thatched roof and a chimney.
But could you buy yourself a child?
Who are you?
When at first I appeared, I seemed mysterious. But when explained, I'm nothing serious. Could you buy yourself a child?
I don't understand.
How badly do you wish a child? 5 gold pieces? 10? 20?
Well, I haven't thought to put a price on it.
Exactly! You've not thought about much, have you, son?
That's not yours. Give it back.
Nor is it Jack's. The money is not what's important. What's important is that your wish be granted.
Come back here. What are you doing here?
I see you have the red cape.
Yes, I have the cape. Only 2 items left to locate.
3.
2. I have the cape and the cow.
You have the cape.
Where is the cow?
She ran away from me before I reached home. I've been searching for her all night.
I should have known better than to have entrusted her to you.
She might have easily run away from you as she did me.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
She didn't.
But she might have.
But she didn't.
But she might have.
Care! The cow's gone. Get it back. Get it back.
We're just going to do that. We can give you this.
Oh, I don't want to touch that. Have you no sense?
This is her beautiful music. It's lovely. I know.
She's very gifted.
By tomorrow's midnight, deliver me the items, or you wish you never thought to have a child.
I don't like that woman.
I'm sorry I lost the cow.
I shouldn't have yelled. Now please go home. Oh, I'm gonna make this right. And then we could just go about our lives. No more hunting around the woods for strange objects. No more witches or strange little boys and hungry little girls. But now please just go home.
Ah, there you are, good brother. Father and I had wondered where you had gone.
I have been looking all night for her.
Her?
Yes, the beautiful one I danced the evening with.
Well, where did she go?
Disappeared like the fine morning mist.
Ah, she was lovely.
The loveliest.
Well, I am not certain of that. I must confess, I too have found a lovely maiden. She lives here, in the woods.
The woods.
Yes, in the top of a tall tower that has no door or stairs.
Where?
2 leagues from here. Due east, just beyond the mossy knoll.
And how do you manage a visit?
Well, I stand before her window and say, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. And then she lowers the loveliest, most beautiful head of hair, yellow as corn, which I then come on to her.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, what kind of a name is that? You jest, I have never heard of such a thing.
Well, she is as true as your maiden. A maiden running from a prince? Ha! None would run from us.
Yet one has. Yet I abuse her, show her disdain. Why does she run from me? If I should lose her, how shall I regain the heart she has won from me? Agony beyond power of speech, when the something you want is the only thing out of your reach.
High in her tower, she sits by the hour, maintaining her hair. Blithe becoming and frequently humming a light-hearted air. Agony, far more painful than yours, when you know she would go with you if there only were doors.
Agony, all the torture they teach.
What's as intriguing
Or half so fatiguing as what's out of reach. Am I not sensitive, clever, well-mannered, considerate, passionate, charming, as kind as I'm handsome, and heir to a throne?
you are everything maidens could wish for?
Then why not?
Do I know
That girl must be mad.
you know nothing of madness till you're climbing her hair and you see her up there as you're nearing her, all the while hearing her
Agony, misery, woe, though it's different for each. Always 10 steps behind,
always 10 feet below.
and she's just out of reach. Agony, that can cut like a knife. I must have her to
Two princes, each more handsomer than the other. No, get the hair.
Excuse me, young woman. Have you encountered a boy with the carrot top hair and a sunny, though occasionally vague disposition answering to the name of Jack?
Not the one partial to a white cow.
That's the one.
Have you seen the cow?
No, and I don't care to ever again. Children can be very queer about their animals. You be careful with yours.
I have no children.
That's fine too.
Yes, well, I haven't seen your son today.
I hope you didn't go up that beanstalk again. Quit while you're ahead, I say. Jack! Jack!
Moo. Moo.
No! Looking for your cow?
Milky White, where did you go? Where did you find her? Hello? Come along, Milky White.
What are you doing here?
I am here to make amends.
I want you to stay out of this, old man.
I am here to see that your wish is granted.
You cause enough trouble. Keep out of my path.
There are no witches to encounter. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me.
Is that you, my prince?
Yes. Excuse me for this. You take plenty of spells, don't you?
either. I'd say they're as pure as gold. Yes. They're everything that you could wish for in beauty.
But I wouldn't give for just one.
One is not likely to do you much good.
Was the ball just as wonderful as last evening?
Oh, it's still a nice ball.
And
They have far too much food.
no, the prince.
Oh, the prince.
Yes, the prince.
If he knew who I really was.
Oh,
Who? I'm afraid I was rude.
oh, how?
Now I'm being pursued.
Yes, and
And I'm not in the mood.
I see your prince has really taken a liking to you.
I have no experience with princes and castles and gowns.
Nonsense every girl has dreamed.
Look, sir, look! Yes, there she is! Move!
I must rock and I must have your shoe. No, stop that! I need your shoe to have a child. And I needed to get out of here.
Where did she go?
Who?
Do not play the fool, woman!
You mean the beautiful young maiden in the ball?
Yes, yes.
She went in that direction. I was trying to keep her.
I can capture my own damsel, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Onward!
Where did he go? Who? The prince, of course.
Yes, he went in that direction, but she'll never catch him.
He would have been longer with the cow. Had molested his cow.
Just let me compare your hair to the color of this corn.
He was just a pair of hair and corn. Over there.
I thought you were returning home.
I see him, the cow.
Yes, I have the cow. Only 2 of the 4.
3.
2.
3. Compare this to your corn.
Where did you find it?
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
3.
And I almost had the 4th, but she just got away.
We have 1 entire day left. Surely we can locate a slipper by then.
We? You mean you'll allow me to stay?
Well, perhaps it'll take 2 of us to get this child.
You've changed, you're daring, you're different in the woods. More sure, more sharing, you're getting us through the woods. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted than I knew you to be.
It takes 2. I thought 1 was enough, it's not true. It takes 2 of us, you came through. When the journey was rough, it took you. It took 2 of us, it takes care. Takes patience and fear and despair to change. Though you swear to change, you can tell if you do. It takes 2.
You've changed, you're thriving. There's something about the woods, not just surviving. You're blossoming in the woods. And who might fear we'd stay the same forever? And then out here, your passion is charming, considering clever.
It takes 1 to begin, but then once you've begun, it takes 2 of you, it's no fun. But what needs to be done, you can do. When there's 2 of you, if I dare, it's because I'm becoming aware of us. As a pair of us, each accepting a share of what's there. We've changed, we're strangers. I'm meeting you in the woods. Oh my, what dangers! I know we'll get past the woods. And once we're past, let's hope the changes last. Beyond woods, beyond witches and slippers and hoods. Just the 2 of us, beyond lies. Safe at home with our beautiful prize. Just a few of us. It takes trust. It takes just a bit more and we're done. We want 4, we've had none, we've got 3. When you need one, it takes two.
My Milky White! What's the owners? And my hand!
Look what this hen has dropped into my hand.
A golden egg! I've never seen a golden egg.
You see, I did promise you more than the 5 gold pieces I gave you, sir.
5 gold pieces?
Now I am taking my cow.
5 gold pieces.
I never said that I would sell.
But you did take the 5 gold pieces.
You took 5 gold pieces.
I didn't take, you gave.
Where are the 5 gold pieces?
An old man.
What?
It's a long story.
You said I would be able to buy her back.
Never said you could, I said you might.
You would take money before our child.
Milky White is dead.
2.
Midnight ball.
Wanting a ball is not wanting a prince.
Near may be better than far, but it still isn't
There
there.
would be better than far, but it still isn't there.
The ball.
So near, so
You
far.
can never love somebody else's child.
Stupid ex-con.
The way you love
So
your
near.
own. The prince.
So far.
The greatest prize can often lie at the end of the thorniest path.
2 minutes gone. 2 minutes gone.
Midnight's gone, and the exhausted baker and his wife buried the dead Milky White.
You must go back to the village in search of another cow.
And what do you propose I use to buy this cow?
Here. Tell them it's magic.
No one with a brain larger than this bean is going to exchange a cow for a bean.
Then steal it.
Steal it! Just 2 days ago, you were accusing me of exercising deceit and securing the first cow.
Fine, then don't steal it and resign yourself to a childless life.
I feel it best that you go after the cow, for I've met a maiden in these past eves with a golden slipper, and I believe I can secure one of them tonight.
Fine.
Fine.
That's simply fine.
Unfortunately for Rapunzel, the witch discovered her affections for the prince before he could spirit her away.
What did I clearly say? Children should listen.
No,
What are you not to do? Children must see and learn. What did you not obey? Children should listen. What have I done to you? What would you have me be? Hands up like a breeze. But I am old. I am ugly. I embarrass you. You are ashamed of me. You are ashamed. You don't understand. It was lonely atop that tower. I was not company enough for you. I am no longer a child. I wish to see the world. Don't you know what's out there in the world? Someone has to shield you from the world. Stay with me. Princes wait there in the world, it's true. Princes, yes, but wolves and humans too. Stay at home. I'm who will stay. disobeyed me, and your prince will never lay eyes on you again. He'll never lay eyes on anything again. I will not share you, but I will show you a world you never want to see again!
When is a white cow not a white cow?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Haven't I left you alone long enough?
Your questions make no sense, old man.
In need of another cow?
What a beautiful cake!
Stay away from my cake or I will slice you into 1,000 bits.
I don't want it. I was just admiring it.
Oh, well, my granny made it for me. From the skins of a wolf that attacked us. And I got to help skin the animal. And best of all, she gave me this beautiful knife for protection.
Well, look what I have. A hen that lays golden eggs.
I don't believe that egg came from that hen. Where did you get that egg?
I stole it from the kingdom of the giants. Up there. And if you think this is something, you should see the golden harp the giant has. It plays the most beautiful music without your even having to touch it.
Of course it does. Well, why don't you go up to the kingdom and bring it down here and show me?
I could.
Could not.
I could.
You could not, Mr. Liar.
Nope. I am not a liar. I'll get that harp. You'll see. She thinks I'm crazy.
After having cast out Rapunzel to a remote desert, the witch returned to take the prince by surprise. And as he leapt from the tower, the thorns into which he fell pierced his eyes and blinded him. As for Cinderella, she returned from her final visit to the festival.
He's a very smart prince. He's a prince who prepares, knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares, and I thought, well, he cares. This is more than just malice. Better stop and take stock while you're standing here stuck on the steps of the palace. You think, what do you want? You think, make a decision. Why not stay in because you think, well, it's a thought. What would be his response? But then what if he knew who you were when you know that you're not what he thinks that he wants? And then what if you are what a prince would envision? Although how can you know who you are till you know what you want, what you don't? So then which do you pick? Where you're safe out of sight in yourself, but where everything's wrong? Or where everything's right and you know that you'll never be wrong? And whichever you pick, do it quick, cause you're starting to stick to the steps of the past. It's your first big decision. The choice isn't easy to make. To arrive at a goal is exciting, you know you're there, though it's scary. And it's fun to deceive when you know you can leave, but you have to be wary. There's a lot that's at stake, but you stall long enough, cause you're still standing stuck in the stuff on the steps. Better run along home and avoid the collision. Even though they don't care, you'll be better off there where there's nothing to choose, so there's nothing to lose. So you pry up your shoes, then
change for it. That be? Yes. Nonsense! Don't do that! I've already given up one shoe this evening. My feet cannot bear to give up another.
I need your shoe to have a child.
That makes no sense!
Does it make sense on why you're running away from a prince?
Stop!
Here, take these. You'll run faster.
Halt! Who was that woman?
I do not know, sir.
The lion will cost you your life.
I've done nothing.
I'm the cow.
The slipper we bought for.
I will give this to the prince, and we shall search for the maiden who will fit this slipper.
But it's mine. I don't care if this cost me my life.
Give her the slipper, and all will come to a happy end.
What was that noise? It was nothing, sir. Just a bolt of lightning in a foreign kingdom.
How dare you go off and search without me?
I am sorry, sir, but I thought that I might.
Enough of what you thought. Now, I employed a ruse and had the entire staircase smeared with pitch, and there where she ran down remained the maiden's slipper.
Brilliant!
I thought so. It, however, did create quite a mess when the other guests left.
And sir, I have succeeded in obtaining the other slipper.
Give them the slipper, and all will come to a happy end.
Who are you, old man?
When at first I appeared, I seemed...
Shut up!
Do as he says. He is obviously a spirit of some sort. And we only need one.
Yes.
There's a dead giant in my backyard. I had heard Jack coming down from the beanstalk, calling for his axe. And when he reached the bottom, he took it and he began hacking down the stalk. Suddenly, with a crash, the beanstalk fell. But there was no Jack. For all I know, he's been crushed by the ogre.
Worrying will do you no good. If he is safe, then he's safe. And if he's been crushed, well, there's nothing any of us can do about that now, is there? Well, I must be off. I need my rest before tomorrow's search is to commence.
Does anyone care that a giant has fallen from the sky?
He is dead, is he not?
Such as that, I would suppose so.
The third midnight is here.
You've all the objects?
Yes, slipper, hair.
Cape, cow.
That cow doesn't look as white as milk to me.
She is.
Oh,
She is. Oh.
that cow has been covered with flour.
Well, we had a cow as white as milk. Honestly, we did.
Then where is she?
She's dead.
Oh.
We thought you'd prefer a live cow.
Of course I prefer a live cow. So bring me the dead one and I'll bring her back to life.
You can do that?
Now!
Where is he? There you are! I was worried sick.
Father, look, the most beautiful golden heart.
dwarf. You've stolen too much? You could have been killed coming down that plant!
She's too heavy.
What's happening? Milky White! Oh, this is just great! Now I have two friends, a cow and a hoe!
Quiet! Feed the objects to the cow.
What?
You heard me. Feed them to the cow. Here, fill this.
I'll do it. She'll only milk for me. Squeeze, pal.
Wrong! Ingredients. Forget about it, child.
Oh, no, you wait 1 moment.
We followed your instructions. First, that cow was as white as milk.
Yes.
And second, that kid was as red as blood.
Yes.
And third, the slipper.
Yes!
Before I compared the hair to this ear of corn.
I pulled it from a maiden in a tower.
You what? What were you doing there?
I happened to be passing by.
I touched that hair. Don't you understand it? You couldn't touch the ingredients.
The cord! The cord!
What?
The silky hair of the cord. Pull it from the ear and feed it to the cow quickly.
This had better work, old man, before the last stroke of midnight, or your son will be the last of your flesh and blood.
Son?
Not now.
Yes! Meet your father.
Father? I thought you died in a baking accident.
I didn't want to run away from you, son.
It's
but-
working.
She's milking!
There, we've given you what you wish.
Now when can we expect a child?
What's wrong?
What's happening?
Where are you going?
Son! Son!
Father!
All is repaired.
He's dead.
And so the mysterious man died, having helped end the curse on his house. For the baker, there would be no reunion with his father, and he and his wife, bewildered, returned home. The witch, who was punished with age and ugliness, last night when the lightning had flashed and her beads had been stolen, was now returned to her former state of youth and beauty. And Milky White, after a night of severe indigestion, was reunited with the now wealthy Jack. As for the prince, he continued his search for the foot to fit the golden slipper. When he came to Cinderella's house, Cinderella's stepmother took the slipper into Florinda's room. Careful, my toe! Darling, I know what it will do! It'll have to go, but when you're as bright you can sit your ride, you'll never need to walk! The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain. And so she joined the prince on his horse, riding off to become his bride.
Look at the blood within the shoe. This is not the bride that's true. Search for the
bride and asks the other sister to try on the slipper.
Why won't it take? Darling, be still. Cut off the bit at the heel and it will. When you're his wife, you'll have such a life you'll never need to work.
The girl obeyed and swallowed her pain. But as she was helped on the back of the horse by the prince, he noticed the blood trickling from her shoe.
Have you no other daughters?
To which the woman replied,
No, only a little stunted kitchen wench, which his late wife left behind. But she is much too dirty, she cannot show herself.
I insist.
and when Cinderella presented herself and tried on the blood-soaked slipper, it fit like a glove.
This is the true bride.
No, I've always wanted a son.
And so Cinderella joined the prince on his horse and rode off to become his bride.
No, but it all within a shoe. This is the proper bride for you, fit to attend a prince.
And finally, as for Rapunzel, she bore twins and lived impoverished in the desert, until the day her prince, wandering aimlessly, heard a voice so familiar that he went towards it. Rapunzel, overjoyed at seeing him, fell into his arms weeping. Two of her tears wetted his eyes, and their touch restored his vision.
I was going to come fetch you as soon as you've learned your lesson.
Who are you?
Surely you remember?
Mother?
That's right. This is who I truly am. Come with me. We can be happy as we once were.
She will not go with you.
Let her speak for herself. You are the only family I know. Come with me. You and those beautiful babies. Please? That's right. Then you leave me no choice. Oh dear. Oh no.
As the way it often is in these tales, in exchange for her youth and beauty, the witch gave up her power over others. When the wedding of the prince was celebrated, Lucinda and Florinda attended, wishing to win good favor with Cinderella and share in her fortune. But as the sisters stood by the blessed couple, pigeons swooped down upon them, poked out their eyes, and punished them with poison.
I see your prince has found you.
Yes. Oh, and thank you for the slipper.
I didn't think I'd wed a prince.
I didn't think I'd ever find you.
I didn't think I could be so
happy.
And it came to pass, all that had seemed wrong was now right. The kingdoms were filled with joy, and those who deserved to were certain. So they long into happy life. Ever after. Ever after. Journey over, all is mended. It is not just for today, but tomorrow and extended. Ever after.
Ever after.
All the curses have been ended. Their verses wiped away. All is tenderness and laughter for forever after.
Happy now and happy hence and happy ever after.
There were dangers
You're right.
and confusion,
But we hid it.
and the paths would often swerve.
We did not.
There's conflict
It's
and
amazing
disillusion,
that we did it.
but they never lost their nerve.
Now after
We reached the right conclusions.
and we got what we deserve. Not a sigh and not a sorrow, tenderness and laughter. Joy today and bliss tomorrow and forever after.
I was greedy, I was vain, I was haughty, I was smug, we were happy. It was fun, we were blood, then we went into the woods together, wishing I were really
I
blind.
was perfect. I had everything but beauty. I had power and a daughter like a flower in a tower. Then I went into the woods to get my wish, and now I'm ordinary. I was like power, I'm happy now, unhappy hence as well as ever after. Happy is our common sense, been worthy of our discontents to be happy and forever.
You will see your wish come true. Don't be careful, don't be clever. When you see your wish pursue, it's a dangerous endeavor, but the only thing to do.
Don't fearful, don't seek, don't starve, and then you may lose the path that you make
No
those
fearful,
rules.
no seek, no touch, and you may lose. The spark we make the rules. No seek, no touch, and you must nothing make you want your wish to be happy. But you can't just wish to get your wish. You go into the woods where nothing's clearer. Riches no say won't appear. Into the woods and through the fear you have to take the journey. Into the woods and down the dell and make perhaps what you can tell.
Into the woods to lick the spell.
Into the woods to lose the lead.
Into the woods to have the
To
child.
wed the
To
prince.
get the money.
To save the house.
To kill the wolf.
To find the father.
To get
To have to wait, to get, to save, to kill, to give, to go to the festival, into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods.
To be continued.
And happy ever after.
Once upon a time. Later,
I wish
the same far-off kingdom,
more than
the
anything,
young princess,
more than
the
money,
lad chap,
more than footmen.
I wish.
and the baker and his family.
No, I miss.
I
I
wish.
wish. More than anything.
More than the moon.
I wish to sponsor a festival.
More than life,
I miss.
The time has come for a festival.
more than riches,
And the
I
moon.
miss my kingdom up in the sky.
more than anything.
Play hard.
Another move.
And despite some minor inconveniences, they were all content.
I never thought I'd wed a prince.
I never thought I'd find perfection.
I never thought I could be so
happy.
Not an unhappy moment
I
since.
didn't think we'd be this rich.
Conceivable objection.
I didn't think we'd have a baby.
I never thought I could be so happy.
Happy hands, happy ever after.
We're so happy, you're so happy. Just as long as you say happy, we'll say happy.
Not one roll.
Pots of pence with my cow.
Little gurgles,
Darling, I must go now.
We should really sell it.
where's the cheesecloth?
Wishes may bring problems such that you regret them. Better that though than to never get them.
I'm going to be a perfect
I'm going to be a perfect son.
I'm going to be a perfect mother.
Be a perfect
I'm going to
mom.
see that he is so happy. I never thought I'd love my life. I would have settled for another.
then to become a woman.
Then to be
set for long.
And she began to chant,
But for your smile, I'm so
If only this cottage were a little larger.
I will expand our quarters in due time.
Why expand when we could simply move to another cottage?
We will not move. This was my father's house. Now it will be my son's.
You would raise your son alongside a witch.
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
Babies cry, he's fine. You needn't hold him as if he were so fragile.
He wants his mother.
I can't take care of him all the time.
I'll care for him when he's older.
We had to go through thick and thin. I never thought I'd be so much I hadn't been. I'm so
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Are you all right?
Yes, and the baby.
Yes, he's fine.
You! Have you done this to our house?
I was thinking of yourself. Look at my garden.
What of your garden?
Look.
It's destroyed.
What has happened?
I was thrown to the ground. I saw nothing.
What could do such a thing?
An earthquake.
No earthquake. My garden has been trampled. Oh, saw footprints.
Who could do such a thing?
Anything that leaves a footprint that large is no who.
Do you think it was a bear?
A bear? Bears are sweet. Besides, you ever see a bear with 40-foot feet?
A dragon?
No scorch marks, usually they're linked.
Manticore?
Imaginary.
Griffin.
Extinct.
Giant!
Possible. Very, very possible.
A giant.
Maybe we should tell someone.
Who are we going to tell?
Well, the royal family, of course.
The royal family! I wouldn't count on that family to snuff out a rat. But the giants will all have to go to battle. A giant's the worst. A giant has a brain hard to outwit a giant. A giant's just like us. Only bigger.
Much bigger.
So big that we are just an expendable bug beneath its foot.
We are moving. And so the baker proceeded to the castle, but not before visiting Jack and his mother.
Look, Mother, it's the butcher.
Baker!
The baker.
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm here to investigate the destruction that was brought upon my house today.
Jack has been home with me all day. The baker told Jack and his mother that he feared there was a giant in the
I
land.
can recognize the giant's footstep. I could go to your
Don't
house.
do no such thing!
No, really, any help at all?
I'm sorry, but you'll get none from us. No one cared when there was a giant in my backyard. I don't remember you volunteering to come to my aid.
A giant in your backyard is one thing. A crushed house is quite another.
Listen, young man, a giant would never strike the same house twice. I wouldn't worry.
I'm taking the news to the palace nonetheless.
And when the baker arrived at the castle, it was the princess who greeted his news. The story unfolds.
Excuse me, madam. There is a small man who insists on seeing you.
Princess, I've come to report the appearance of a giant in the land.
Giant? Where did you see a giant?
Well, I didn't actually see it.
Then how do you know there's a giant in the land?
Because my house was crushed, and there were footprints.
That could have been caused by a number of things. Now, show me the door.
But wait.
Wait, a nearby household was visited by a giant not long ago, descending from a beanstalk.
Yes, I remember.
That giant was slain. Now, come along.
Wait! I have a son. Princess, my son was very hard to come by, and his safety is of great importance to me.
Are we entirely through now?
Yes.
I will take this up with the prince when he returns. Thank you.
I'm off to sell the harp, Jack.
Mother, no!
Jack, listen to me. We don't want this harp around when there is a giant on the loose.
But I know how to kill a giant!
Please! We have had our fill of giants.
But Mother, if I could just help in any...
Enough! Promise me, son, you won't leave your surroundings.
But Mother, I'm a man now.
You're still a little boy in your mother's eyes. I want you to promise me. Promise.
I promise.
What happened to your house?
We had a baking accident.
A baking accident?
No use in frightening the young thing.
You can't frighten her.
Well, I guess Granny will have to do without burning the sweets. Besides, I have all I can carry. Why such a load? Oh, I'm moving in with Granny. We had an accident too. I came home to find our house collapsed as a big wind came and blew it in. I couldn't find my mother anywhere. So I salvaged all I could, and now I'm off.
Oh, the birds! What did you want you? What is Mother's grave? What kind of trouble? Oh no, I can't investigate. A princess is not supposed to go into the woods unescorted. Oh, good idea. I will disguise myself and go to see what's wrong. Thank you, birds.
We will take you to Granny. I'm not going to let her go alone.
Fine. I will take you.
I don't need anyone to take me. I've gone many times before.
Not when there's such winds.
That's right. We will take you.
No.
I'm not about to stay here with the baby in this house when winds could return here too.
No Mother made me promise, but I'm going to find that giant anyway!
Into the woods, it's always when you think at last you're through. And into the woods you go again to take another journey.
The woods, the weather's clear. We've been before, we've not to fear. Into the woods, away from here.
Into the woods to find a giant!
Into the woods to grandmother's house.
Into the woods, the path is straight, no reason then to hesitate.
Into the woods, it's not so late, it's just another journey. Into the woods, but not too long. The skies are strange, the winds are strong. Into the woods to see what's wrong.
Into the woods to slay the giant!
Into the woods to shield the child. To flee the winds.
To find a future.
To shield,
slay,
to flee,
To find.
to fix, to hide, to move,
To battle!
to see what the trouble is.
Rapunzel? Rapunzel, what are you doing here? What is the matter?
Oh, nothing. You just locked me in a tower without company for all my life. Then blinded my prince and banished me to a desert where I had little to eat and again no company. And then 4 twins. Because of the way you treated me, I'll never, ever be happy.
I was just trying to be a good mother. Rapunzel, please, there's a giant running about.
Good brother! What a surprise!
Ah, brother, how good it is to see you.
What brings you into the wood today?
I'm investigating news of a giant.
You? Investigating news of a giant? Father would not even do that. That is business for your steward. Or less.
Well, what brings you into the wood?
My Rapunzel has run off.
Run off?
She's a changed woman. She has been subject to hysterical fits of crime. Moods no soul could predict. I know not what to do.
What a pity.
And Cinderella?
She remains. Well.
Does she? Now, good brother, do tell what you are really doing here.
High in a tower like yours was, but higher a beauteously. All around the tower a thicket of briar 100 feet deep. Agony, no frustration more keen, when the one thing you want is a thing that you've not even seen.
I found a casket entirely of glass. No, it's unbreakable. Inside don't ask it, a maiden, alas, just as unwakeable.
What unmistakable agony is the way always barred.
She has skin white as snow.
Did you learn her name?
No, there's a dwarf standing guard.
Agony, such that princess must weep. Always and almost to anything, almost there's something asleep. If it were not for the thicket,
Thicket's no trick, is it thick?
it's the thickest.
The quickest is picking apart with the stick.
Yes, but even one prick gets my thing about blood.
Well, it's sick.
It's no sicker than your thing with dwarfs.
Dwarfs. Dwarfs are very upsetting.
Not forgetting the task unachievable, mountains unscalable, if it's conceivable but unavailable. Misery not to know what you missed.
Oh, they lie there for years, and you cry on their beers.
What unbearable bliss, agony that can cut like a knife. Oh well, back to my Rapunzel?
Rapunzel. Well, I must be off. Godspeed to you, brother.
Godspeed.
And after hours of searching for Granny, our intrepid travelers lost not only their way, but their patience as well.
Are you certain this is the right direction?
We went down the dell. Perhaps you forgot the way. The path is straight.
Was straight. Now there is no path.
Where's the stream? Where's the lily pond? Where's Granny?
Calm down. Maybe we should just turn back.
No,
No, we'll find Granny's without the path.
but Mother warned me to never stray from the path.
Well, the path is straight from you.
Wait, that looks familiar. See, in the distance, 3 large oak trees.
Yes, I recognize it.
Who might that be?
It's the steward in the royal family. What brings you into the woods?
The castle has been set upon by giants.
Oh no.
What? Why didn't you do anything? I warned you.
I don't make policy, I simply carry it out.
And I warned you that you can't count on the royal family
to solve your problems.
I think it best that we go back to the village.
I wouldn't be in such a rush if I were you. Guess which path the giant took to the castle?
Oh no.
What?
All that's left of my garden is a sack of beans. And there's not much left of your house either.
But I heard that giants never strike the same place twice.
You are wrong!
That size!
Where's the lad who killed my husband?
There is no lad here.
We haven't seen him.
I want the lad who climbed the beanstalk.
We'll get it for you. Right away, don't move. It was you who destroyed our house. Not a great wind. It's because of you and your mother.
And who destroyed my house? That boy asked for shelter. Then he stole our gold and our hen, then our heart. Oh, then he killed my husband. I must avenge the wrongdoing.
We are not responsible for him.
You're wasting your breath.
She's right. You can't reason with a dumb giant.
Not all giants are dumb. Give me the boy.
We told you. He's not here.
The girl is telling the truth.
I know he's there, and I will wait right here until he is delivered to me.
The giant, who was nearsighted and had lost her glasses, remained convinced that she had found the lad. There was no consensus among them as to which course of action to take. Put a spell on her.
I no longer have my powers. If I did, you think I'd be standing here with all of you? Yeah, we'll have to give her someone.
Who?
The steward! It's in his line of duty to sacrifice his life.
Don't be ridiculous. Not give your my life for anyone.
Don't take it personally.
I'm waiting.
Now, you must understand, these were not people familiar with making choices. Their previous experiences in the woods had in no way prepared them to deal with a force this great.
Excuse me? But would you like a blind girl instead?
You.
Put away their misery.
We're not that miserable.
What are you talking about?
She doesn't want a blind girl.
Fine! Then what do you suggest we do?
I'm still waiting.
Now, it is interesting to examine the moral issue at question here. The finality of stories such as these dictates... Sorry, I tell the story, I'm not a part of it.
That's right.
Not one of us.
You're always on the outside.
That's my role. You must understand, there must always be someone on the outside.
You're going to the inside now.
You're making a big mistake!
Nonsense.
You need an objective observer to pass the story along.
Some of us don't like the way you've been telling it.
If you drag me into this mess, you will never know how your story ends. You'll be lost.
Wait, she's right. She's the only one that knows the story.
And do you think it will be fun when you have to tell it for yourselves? Think about your baby.
Stop. She's right. Let her go. Put that away.
Now, that's better. You don't want to live in a world full of chaos. There must always be an objective observer. Here's the lad!
This is not the lad!
Don't drop her! Why did you push her into her arms?
Oh, please!
You wanted to get rid of her too.
We might have thought of something else.
Well, if it were up to you, a decision would never be made. Now that she's gone, we'll never know what will happen next.
We'll manage.
Must I search among you for the lad?
No!
Jack is just a boy. We'd no food to eat, and he exchanged his beloved cow in exchange for some magic beans. If anyone is to be
It is the man who made that exchange.
That's right.
Nonsense. He was your responsibility. Now I must punish him for his wrong.
We suffered too. Do you think it was such a picnic disposing of your husband's remains?
You're getting me angry.
What about our anger? What about our loss? Who has been flouting to our kingdom?
Shh, be quiet.
I will hide my son and you'll never find him.
Don't upset the giant.
You'll never find him.
I'm warning you.
And if you don't leave this instant, we'll get you for all you've done.
Where is your son?
Is that it?
No, this is not the boy. Stay here, please.
He's hiding in the steeple tower.
That's true. Yes.
If he's not, and if he's not, I will come back and I will find all of you. Rapunzel?
Please.
No, don't step there!
Oh,
She's in fair condition.
come on, wake up. Wake up.
Don't let them get Jack.
We won't.
Promise me you won't let him be hurt as I stand here on death's door.
I'll do the best that I can.
Promise me.
All
Promise!
right, I promise.
No, you come away.
You killed her!
I was thinking of the greater good. That's my job.
World I met. Couldn't you listen? Couldn't you stay content, safe behind walls as I could not? Now you know what's out there in the world. No one can prepare you for the world. Even I, how could I, without you as you were? Only I could shield you from her. Or them. No matter what you say, children won't listen. No matter what you know, children refuse to learn. Guide them along the way. Still, they won't listen. Children can only grow from something you love to something you lose.
Life was so steady, and now this? When are things going to return to normal?
We must be gone if we're going to arrive before nightfall.
Where are you going?
We're off to Reddington.
We can't take everyone.
Fools! There was nowhere to hide.
You'll never make it there. You have to stay here and help us together.
Some people are cut out to battle giants, and others are not. I don't have the constitution, and as long as I can be of no help, I'm going to hide. Everything will work out fine in the end.
Not always.
I hope the giant steps from them all.
You shouldn't say that.
We were thinking the same thing.
This is terrible. We just saw 3 people die.
Since when are you so squeamish? How many fools same. Ask a wolf's mother.
Stop it!
I suggest we find that boy now and give her what she wants. If we give her the boy, she'll kill him too. And if we don't, she'll go out the kingdom.
One step at a time, maybe he apologizes and makes amends.
Yes, you'll return the stolen goods.
Yes. You people are so blind! It's because of that boy that there's a giant in our land. Now, while you all continue talking about this problem, I'll find that lad and I'll serve him to the giant for lunch. Are we going to let her feed the boy to the giant? No.
No, I will have to find him first.
I'll go too.
No, you stay here with the baby.
We'll fan out. It will increase our chances of finding the boy. You will stay here with the baby.
You would leave our child with her?
He's asleep. He'll be safe with the girl.
But what if the giant returns?
She won't harm them, I know.
How do you know?
I know!
But what if...
What if only a giant's good? Stop your arguing!
Stay here with the baby. Please.
Do you two always argue like that? No, not really. Seems like you do. There's nothing wrong with a little argument. Oh, I see.
Milky! Milky!
That's the boy. That's Jack. Jack! Jack!
Milky!
Here, you stay here with the baby.
Wait, but I want to come.
No, you'll be safe here, I promise.
Don't go too far, please.
I won't. I will only walk 100 paces. If I don't find the boy, I'll come right back. I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jack! Jack!
71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Hello, sir.
Hello.
You must be here to slay the giant.
Why, yes.
Have you come upon her yet?
No.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
And why are you alone in the woods?
I came here with my husband. We were getting... You know, it's a long story.
And he will let you roam, alone, in the woods.
No, actually, it was my choice.
Your choice.
Yes.
How brave.
Brave?
Yes. Anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? Any moment we could be crushed. Don't feel rushed.
This is ridiculous. What am I doing here? I'm in the wrong story. Wait, we can't do this. You have a princess.
Why, yes, I do.
And I have a baker.
Of course, you're right. How foolish. Foolishness can happen in the world. Once again, please. Let your hesitations be hushed. Any moment, big or small, is a moment after all. See, the moment skies may fall any moment.
But this is not right.
Right and wrong don't matter in the woods. Only feelings that just make the moment unblush. Life is often so unpleasant. You must know that as a peasant, best to take the moment present as a present for the moment.
Jack! Jack! E1, E2. Ma'am, what's wrong? Is there some way I can be of service? Are you okay?
The tree has fallen. Mother's grave destroyed.
I'm so sorry.
My wishes have just been crushed.
No, don't say that.
It's true. You wouldn't understand.
Well, you can't stay here. There's a giant on the loose.
I'm sure that the prince will see to it that the giant is rid from our land.
Well, there's been no sign of the prince. Certain he's off somewhere seducing a young maiden.
What?
I'm aware that's what princes do.
Not all princes.
You look like the princess, only dirtier. You are the princess!
Please get off. I'm not a princess here.
Well, what are you to do?
Well, I must be on my way back to the castle.
You hadn't heard. We came across the royal family in the woods. The castle's been set upon by a giant.
And the prince.
He was not with them. You must come with us. You'll be safer in our presence.
I must leave you. The giant.
The giant! I had almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods, a moment shimmering, lovely and sad. Leave the moment, just be glad for the moment that we are. Every moment is a moment when you're in the woods. Now, I am off to slay a giant, for that is what the next moment holds for me. I must not forget you. How brave you ought to be, alone in the woods. And how alive you've made me feel.
What was that? Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me, and kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up! Stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. It's not but seeming. What is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband. No one lives in the woods. Now there are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never! It's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just a trick of the woods. Just a moment, one peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never? And that's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment who can live in the woods. And to get what you wish only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you had an and when you're back to war. Makes the ore mean more than it did before. Now I understand, and it's time to leave the world.
should be back by now.
She said she would only go 100 paces. I'm sure she will return.
No, I better go in search of her. In which direction did she go?
Ow, 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 ow! Please, don't let her feed me to the giant. Ow!
Let go of him! Leave him alone.
Oh.
Where did you find this? Jack? Where is my wife?
She's dead.
What?
I'm sorry, sir. I came upon her. She was under a tree.
He was sobbing over her like it was his own mother.
How could this happen?
I buried her in a footprint.
What was I thinking? I should have stayed with her.
Remorse will get you nowhere.
My wife is dead!
Wake up! People are dying all around you. You're not the only one to suffer a loss. When you're dead, you're dead. But it's about time we get that boy to the giant before we're all so much dead meat. Keep away from him! No, this is no time to be soft-hearted. He is going to the giant and I'm taking him.
Yes, it's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead!
But it isn't my fault I was given those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and without those beans there'd have been no stalk to get up to the giants in the first place.
Wait, magic beans for a cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it, which you told. Were they worthless beans? Were they oversold? Oh, tell us who persuaded you to steal that gold.
See, it's your fault.
No!
So it's your fault.
No!
Yes, it is.
It's not!
It's true.
Wait a minute. No, I only sold gold to get my cow back from you.
So it's your fault.
Yes!
No, it isn't. I've kept those beans, but our house was cursed. She made us get the cow to get the curse reversed.
It's his father's fault that the curse got placed and the place got cursed in the first place.
Oh, then it's his fault.
So
It was his fault.
No!
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
Wait a minute. No, I chopped down the beanstalk, right? That's clear. But without any beanstalk, then what's clear is how did the second giant get down here in the first place? Second place.
Yeah, how?
Well, who had the other bean?
The other bean.
The other bean.
Pocketed the other bean.
Wait, did it? Yes, I did.
So it's your fault.
No, it isn't, because I gave it to my wife.
So it's hers.
No, it isn't.
Then whose is it?
Wait a minute, she exchanged that bean to obtain your shoes, so the one who knows what happened to the bean is you.
You mean that old bean that your wife loved, dear, but I never knew it, so I thought, well, don't look here. So it's her fault.
See, it's her fault, and it isn't mine at all.
But what?
Well, now you had gone back up again.
We were needy.
You were free, did you need that head?
But I got it from my mother.
So it's her fault then. Yes, and what about the harp in the third?
Darn, yes!
But it dared me too.
I dared you too.
You dared me too. She said that I was scared.
Me?
She dared
No, I
me.
didn't.
So it's your fault.
Wait a minute. You had to dare too.
You went up the mark below.
Well, if you had to go in the beans in the first place, she had to bring
She had to bring them in the first
Right,
place.
she will bring the beans in the first place.
It's your fault. You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
It's the last midnight. It's the last wish. It's the last midnight. Soon it will be boom swings. Told a little lie, stole a little gold, broke a little vow. Did you have to get your prince? Had to get your cow? Had to get your wish? Doesn't matter how. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. It's the last midnight. It's the boom splat. Nothing but a blast midnight. Everybody smash flat. Nothing we can do. Not exactly true. We can always give her the why. No, of course what really matters is the blame. Someone you can blame. Fine if that's the thing you enjoy. Placing the blame, if that's the aim, give me the blame. Just give me the boy. Oh! Now, you're so nice. You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice. I'm not good, I'm not nice, I'm just right. I'm the witch, you're the werewolf. like his father, like his son will be too. Oh, hey, mother, you just do what you do. It's the last midnight, so goodbye. Oh, now before it's past midnight, soon we'll see the sky fall. Here, you want a bean? Have another bean. Beans were made for making you rich. And then when they saw, yeah, you want some more. Listen to the raw giants by the score, but you can play another witch. It's the last midnight. It's the last verse. Now before it's past midnight, I'm leaving you my last curse. I'm leaving you alone. You can tend that garden, it's yours, separate and alone. Everybody down on a floor. All right, mother, wait. Lost bees again. Punish me the way you did then. Give me claws and a hunch. Just stay away from this bunch. In the gloom, in the doom, in the
Maybe I shouldn't have stolen from the giants.
Maybe I shouldn't have strayed from the path. Maybe I shouldn't have attended the ball.
Yes, maybe you shouldn't have.
Where are you going?
Away from here.
We need your help!
Does not matter whether we're together or apart.
But you said we had to find our way out of this together.
You don't understand. My wife was the only one who helped. I depended on her for everything.
You would leave your child?
My child would be happier in the arms of a princess.
But wait. All right. Come on. Jack.
I thought you were dead.
Not complete sleep. Are we ever?
Well, to me you are.
Is that true?
It's because of you that all of this has happened.
I strayed into that garden to get your mother a gift. And I foolishly took some of those beans for myself. How was I to know? How are we ever to know? And when your mother died, I ran from my guilt. And now, aren't you making the same mistake?
No.
Aren't you running away?
No more questions, please. No more tests. Comes the day you say, what for? Please. No more.
We disappear, we die, but we don't.
What?
We disappoint and turn, I fear, forgive though we won't.
No more riddles. No more jests. No more curses you can't undo. Left by fathers you never knew. No more quests. No more feelings. Time to shut the door. Just no more.
Running away. We'll do it. Free from the ties that bind. No more despair, burdens to bear out there in the yonder. Running away, go to it. Where did you have in mind? You have to take care. Unless there's a where, you'll only be wandering blind. Just more questions, different kind. Where are we to go? Where are we ever to go? Running away, we'll do it. Why sit around resigned? You see, the trouble is, son, is that the farther you run, the more you feel undefined. For what you have left undone, and more, what you've left behind. We disappoint, we leave a mess, we die, but we don't.
We disappoint in turn, I guess, forget though we won't. Like father, like son. No more giants waging war. Can't we just pursue our lives with our children and our wives till that happier day arrives? How do you ignore all the witches, all the curses, all the wolves, all the lies, the false hopes, the goodbyes, the reverses? Although wondering what even worse is still in store. All the children, all the giants, no more.
I knew you wouldn't give up.
He wouldn't leave his baby.
Looked like he was going to.
Give me my son. He always cries tonight.
Well, now what are we going to do?
We have to think of something before the giant returns.
What?
We have to put our heads together and think.
If there were just some way we could surprise her.
She's too tall to surprise. Oh, good friends! We need your help now more than ever. What of the prince? I don't care. What's important now is that we find a way to fell the giant. How can you help? You can do that? Oh, how could I ever thank you? You can talk to birds? The birds will help.
How?
When the giant returns, they'll attack her and peck out her eyes until she's blind.
What good will that do?
Then you can attack her, strike her, or whatever you do to kill a giant.
Once she's blinded, she'll just stagger about.
And she'll get angry.
And she'll crush us all. Smear the ground with pitch. We'll lure her to an area smeared with pitch. Her shoes will stick and she won't be able to move.
And I will strike her from behind.
Strike her how? Lure her where?
A tower.
What tower?
Between those two trees. An old tower.
Yes. Send her to the tower.
All right, we have to try something fast. It'll be dark soon.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
Come along, Jack.
Now, little one, don't cry. I know you want your mother.
Hello?
The giant went in that direction.
My darling, I could hardly recognize you. What are you doing in old clothes and with a child? You must return to the castle once there is a giant on the loose.
The giant has already been to the castle.
No, are you all right? My love, why are you being so cold?
Maybe. Because I'm not your only love, am I?
I love you, I do. But yes, it's true.
Why, if you loved me, would you have strayed?
I thought, if I had you, I could never wish for more. And a part of me is content and as happy as I've ever been. But there remains a part of me that continually needs more.
I have, on occasion, wanted more. But that doesn't mean I went in search of it. If this is how you behave as a prince, what kind of king will you be?
I was raised to be charming, not sincere. I didn't ask to be born a prince. And I am not perfect. I am only human.
I think you should go.
Leave, but I do love you.
Consider me lost. A victim of the giant.
Is that what you truly wish?
My father's house was a nightmare. Yours was a dream. Now I want something in between. Please, go.
I will always love the maiden who ran away.
And I, the faraway prince. They're almost finished. You see over there, between those two trees? When the giant comes, we are to lure her over there. Good. I wanted to climb that tower too. I'm glad you're here to help me. What's wrong? My granny's gone. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I think Mother and Granny would be very upset with me. Why? They always said to make them proud. And here I am about to kill somebody. Not somebody. A giant who has been doing so much harm. But the giant's a person too. Aren't we to show forgiveness? Mother would be very unhappy with these circumstances. Mother cannot guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Believe me, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. But no one is alone. I wish. I know.
Wait until my mother hears I've slain the giant.
Jack, your mother's dead.
Dad? Was she killed by the giants?
She was arguing with the giant, trying to protect you, when the steward gave her a deadly blow.
Oh, no. Why would he do that?
He was afraid she was upsetting her.
Can no one bring her back?
No one.
The steward will pay for this. After we kill the giant, I will slay him!
You do nothing of the kind.
But he shouldn't have killed my mother! Right?
I guess not.
Then he must die!
No.
Why not?
Because that would be wrong.
But what he did was wrong. He should be punished.
He will be
How?
somehow. I don't know. Don't ask me questions I don't know.
I'm going to kill him.
Then kill him. No, don't kill him.
Mother isn't here now.
Wrong things, right things.
Who knows what she'd say?
Who can say what's true?
Nothing's quite so clear
Do
now.
things, fight things.
Feel you've lost your way.
You decide that you are not alone.
Believe me, no one is alone.
No one is alone. Believe me.
Truly, you move just a finger.
Say the slightest word.
Something's bound to linger.
Be heard. No one acts alone. Careful, no one is alone.
People make mistakes.
Fathers,
Mothers,
people make mistakes.
holding to their own,
Thinking they're alone.
honor their
But
mistakes.
for their mistakes,
Everybody makes
one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right, giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good.
Just remember.
Just remember, someone is on your side. Outside, someone else is not. While we're seeing outside, maybe we forgot. They are not alone. No one is alone.
Hard to see the light now.
Just don't let it go. Things will come out right now.
We can make it so.
Someone is on your side.
No one is alone.
harder to win, the better to have.
The rich and the good and the hot of the ground.
When going to hide, know how to get them.
How to get back?
And eat first.
The night finish work today, maybe go by tomorrow.
Now let us return home and hope there will be no more killings.
I have no one to take care of me.
Well, you have to take care of yourself now, Jack. It's time.
No, it's not. I'll take care of you.
You will?
Yes, I'll be your mother now.
I want a mother. I want a friend and a pet.
Well, of course, we have nowhere else to go, so why don't we move in with you?
Oh, no.
It'll be fun.
My house is in shambles. You can... Of course you can come home with us.
Thank you.
Of course.
And you shall join us too.
Whether you've not returned to the palace.
I'll gladly help you with your house. There are times when I do enjoy cleaning. Proud your wife would have been.
How sad it is. My son will never know her. Maybe I just wasn't meant to have children.
Don't say that. Of course you were meant to have children.
But how will I go about being a father with no one to mother my child?
Just come the child.
Yes, come the child.
Look, tell him the story of how it all happened. Be father and mother, you'll know what to do.
Alone?
Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Do not let it grieve you. No one leaves for good. You are not alone. No one is alone. Hold him to the light now. Let him see the glow. Things will be alright now. Tell him what you know.
Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived a young maiden.
Careful the things you say. Children will
A
accept.
sad young lad.
Careful the things you do. Children will see.
And a baker
And learn.
with his wife.
Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to take to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make. Wishes are children. Careful the path you take. Wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children.
Sometimes the spell may last.
That's what you can see. And turn against you. Careful the tempter.
woods, don't sleep, don't turn your head, look up behind the wall. So deep the treasures stand to top the pit. There are always wolves, there are always spells, there are always bees or giant wolves. Into the woods you go again, you have to every now and then. Into the woods, no telling when, be ready for the journey. Into the woods, but not too fast, or what you wish you lose at last.
Into the woods, but mind the past.
Into the woods, but mind the future.
Into the woods, but not to stray.
Or tempt the wolf, or steal from the giant. The way is dark, the light is dim, but now there's you, me, her, and him. The chances look small, the choices look grim, but everything you learn there will help when you return there. The light is getting dimmer.
I think I see a glimmer.
Into the woods you have to grope, but that's the way you learn to cope.